Welcome to today's sales, greyhoundtrader.com here at Star Pelaw for the first time, due off in a couple of minutes' time. Just run through some of the alterations for you. Lots 1 and 2 have come out, so that trial has been cancelled. Moving on later through the programme, and in trial 7, Salty's Kayla will be moved to trial 11, and the reserve now is Mombeg Bondi comes in track 5 in trial 7. Moving on further through the sales card, trial 11, Wallaby Slick, lot 21 has now come out, and lot 14, Salty's Kayla, is moved to that trial as we previously mentioned. 12, there's no Brynoffa Benson or Brynoffa Tato, so that trial has been cancelled. Then further down, deep into the sale, trial 20, track 5, Gracie's Pride has been withdrawn, and lot 47, Wonderful Dolce, has been moved from a later trial, trial 24, into track 5 in trial 20. On to trial 23, and there's no Magical Lady or Magical Be Bold. They aren't here today. And then to the final trial that would have been, that has now been cancelled because Wonderful Jojo isn't here, and we've already told you that Wonderful Dolce moves to trial 20. So we have 20 trials now, and we will go through the new order, starting with what will now be trial 1, Romantic Madam, which is lot 3, and Beauty's Hope, which is lot 4. We'll be with you very, very shortly indeed. So as you can see, the greyhounds coming out onto the track for the very first trial of the day. In trap 2 we have Romantic Madam. It's got a couple of marks on a card recently at Cork and Galway. We're finishing third on both occasions. And in trap 5, Beauty's Hope, lot 4, with just 1 mark, a trial on a card at Clonmel. August 23 is Romantic Madam, a daughter of Good Cody, and Beauty's Hope is May 23, a daughter of Blades Hope. So the hare runs then for our very first trial of the day. And away we go. And as they make their way into the first turn, it's 5 just trying to master 2 into the turn and cuts across and runs a good line there out of the second bend. It's 2 now coming through back through the join. Romantic Madam from Beauty's Hope. Romantic Madam showing a good burst now into the third turn and assumes control. Romantic Madam going on then by some 4 or 5 lengths and asserting and running away in the closing stages to score quite convincingly in the end by a good 4 or 5 lengths. So Romantic Madam wins trial 1. Result of trial 2 there, trial 1 I should say, is first trap 2 Romantic Madam in 26.64, and second was Beauty's Hope. The clock to 27.08 and beaten 5.5 lengths.
Every time. Place the ground and strap start.
So the next trial is trial 2, Hugo Bislick in 2, and Jenny Bislick in box 5. Here runs. List of mates here, August 23 pups. And away we go on the outside. Jenny Bislick trapped smartly but better early zip from Hugo Bislick to assume control into the first turn. Now goes on by a good 3 lengths already. Down the far side, Hugo Bislick by maybe 2.5 now as Jenny Bislick tries to close now around the last 2 turns. Running the bends pretty smoothly, you have to say, as well. Hugo Bislick all out now from Jenny Bislick, who's lunging late up towards the line. Oh, that's close. That is very close indeed. Possibly Hugo just holding on from Jenny.
Two big 5, 26.54, 26.55. Same time, is it? Yeah. 5.66,
54.
5.79. Rails.
2.5, a short head, 26.54.
Rails, soon led, middle, run on. Result for trial number 2, 2 big 5, distance a short head, and the winning time 26.54, 26.54. Time was 26.54, 26.54. The next trial is a 2-dog trial, trap 3, Droopy's Playgirl, and trap 6, Droopy's Rihanna.
So results trial 2 there was first trap to Hugo Bislick, showing early pace there, holding on by a short head in the end, clocking a 26.54 and beating his sister there by the minimum margin. Move on to now what is trial 3, and we have a couple of Droopies here. Droopy's Playgirls in trap 3, an unraced daughter of Droopy's Sydney out of Droopy's Dancer, Jan 24, very, very young greyhound indeed. Lot 7 on your list. And Droopy's Rihanna is in the stripes of 6, lot 8, who's a daughter of Sign It Ace and Droopy's Aunt, September 23 puppy. So no marks on their car for this pair. And they are now behind the boxes and loading up for trial 3. Here runs then. Droopy's Playgirl, a Jan 24, well, in 3. Droopy's Rihanna in 6, and often guys, you just miss the kick completely, Droopy's Playgirl, and this has given an uncontested lead to Droopy's Rihanna, who goes on, and the youngster in behind now trying to play catch up down the back straight. He's starting to show a bit of pace, to be fair to her, but it's Droopy's Rihanna with around about a 4 or 5 length lead round the last couple of curves. Edging closer now, Droopy's Playgirl, as they swing off the last turn. These greyhounds running Pelaw Grange really, really nicely. Got the distance down to about, what, 2.5, 3 lengths in the end. So a worthy performance from Droopy's Playgirl, who completely fluffed her lines, and she goes roaring round to the drop. Possibly a stayer in the making and beautifully bred by Droopy's Sydney.
Fired, but it just didn't read an image. Yes, sir. 2.5 lengths, so
we've got 6.3, 2.5 lengths, 26.87.
Result for trial number 3, 6 beat 3, distance 2.5 lengths, and the winning time 26.87, 26.87. The next trial is a 2-dog trial, trap 2, Tino.
And so the result of that trial 3 there, trap 6, Droopy's Rihanna, who was an all-the-way winner there in 26.87, and the youngster Droopy's Playgirl, who completely walked out of the boxes, ran on to get beat 2.5 lengths in the incredible effort, and as you saw, ran on right the way round to the drop. So our next trial is now going to be trial 4. In trap 2 we have Old Win Again, who's lot 9 on your card. A few marks on the card here from Derry for Old Win Again. Second on 3 occasions. 1 qualifying trials, mind. And Lightfoot Tina's in trap 5, who's lot 10, again with a few marks on the card. She's Feb 23, so a little bit older. Been running up Mullingar and Drumbo Park without too much success, it has to be said. Going back to March, got a runner-up position on the card in a 6th grade. So they're now out at the traps. So the hare runs then for trial 4. Gates lift off and away we go, and the first to show is Lightfoot Tina on the outside, asserting, just crossed over there, and Olwyn again was forced to check going into the first turn, and now steers a middle course and now shows good pace down the far side, Olwyn again, to hit the front of the halfway stage. Steering a middle, almost middle to wide course, Olwyn again, ran the bend a little bit better than Lightfoot Tina did on the inside, and now kicks on. It's Olwyn again going on by around about a length in the end. And then after the line there was a bit of shenanigans, but that was after the line. The result of trial 4 was first track 2 Olwyn again, won in 26.37, 26.37, and beat Lightfoot Tina half a length in trial 4. So trial 6 we've now got the unraced Ballyhimmigan Eve, no marks on her card, and Ballyhimmigan Ivy, who is a litter comrade. She is in trap 5. She's got 1 mark on the card with a trial at Kilkenny. So trial 5, just about to be checked over by our starter on duty here today, and the hare is now running for trial 5, lots 11 and 12 on show here at Pelaw. And away we go. Good break on the outside from Ivy, but up on the inside now showing pace, just showing signs of greenness as well. Ballyhim Eve, no marks on her card, and look now at the pace shown by the 5 down the back straight to assume. That's Ivy going on from Eve, and Ivy now goes 2 lengths clear around the crown of the last couple of turns and extends now. Ballyhimmick Ivy going on and scoring quite nicely by a good 2.25 lengths. And the result of trial 5 there was first track 5 Ballyhimmick and Ivy wins in 26.20, 26.20, and beats Ballyhim Eve by 1.5 lengths.
Distance 1.5.
Just to let you know now, there will be a tractor break while the track is regraded, and then we'll come back with
Will now be regraded.
trial 6, which is now trap 2 Neil's Knock. That'll be trial 6, lot 13, and then we've got Monbeg Bondi Reserve coming in to track 5 in trial 6. So the track now has been regraded. Just to give you a bit of an update on this new reserve coming in, Monbeg Bondi in track 5 in this next trial 6, is a July 23 whelp. It's got 1 mark on the card, was second at Enniscorthy back in October last year. But if you look at the breeding, Burgess Bucks and Coolavani Bondi, the mother Coolavani Bondi from the previous litter in 2022 to Ballymac Bolger through Crafty Bondi, who won the Kerry Oak. So some nice breeding there for Monbeg Bondi in our next trial, trap 5, and they are now behind the boxes. Neil's Knock in trap 2 has just got 1 mark on his card. He's a September 23 Tullig Raven pup, and he's got a winning trial in Waterford back last month at the early part of March. So loading up here for trial 6. Trap 2, Neil's Knock. And trap 5 is now Monbeg Bondi. Both of these youngsters have got just 1 mark on their card.
Place the ground into the chop starter.
Just about to be checked over then for trial 6. Away for the flag, and the hare is now on the move. Stand by for a start then. And away we go, and a bright start on the outside from Monbeg Bondi to lead into the turn by about a length or so, just causing Neil's Knock just to run off there as he chopped across the bend there, Bondi, and down the far side has a 2-length lead. Trying to show pace in behind. Neil's Knock now into the 3rd turn, not a lot of room there when trying to challenge, and now starts to assert as Monbeg Bondi just moves off coming off the last turn, and the stronger Neil's Knock has come up towards the line and won by a good 3 lengths in the end. A nice trial, that one. Bit of early pace from Monbeg Bondi. Neil's Knock probably having to do it the hard way, and just got held up slightly at the 1st turn as well, and possibly at the 3rd, and then stayed on to good effect to go clear to the drop.
26.68.
So the result of trial 6 there was first trap 2, Neil's Knock, coming from off the pace to win in 26.68 and beat the reserve Monbeg Bondi by 3.5 lengths. Our next trial is trial 7, and it sees trap 2, Dino Bluebell in the blue jacket here, a daughter of Malachi out of Watch Out Girl. She's July 23, 1 mark on her card, where she had a winning qualifying trial over 5.25 at Cork in a 29.38, and also trap 5 here is Dino Jazz, that's lot 16, who was second to Dino Bluebell in that very trial at Cork. So away we go here then for our next trial, and 5 it is the first to serve it up. Dino Jazz going on, looking to reverse that trial form at Cork, and down the far side starts to motor now Dino Bluebell, and comes through the challenge just on the heels of Dino Jazz at the 3rd turn. Switches to the outside, looks to switch to the outside, but all of a sudden kicking again. Dino Jazz has gone on, back for more, up towards the line, a length and a quarter in the end. Jazz has reversed that Cork form with Bluebell. So different breeding. Dramana Bucko out of Ballycown Jazz, September 23 whelp. Dino Jazz there, doing it nicely.
Yeah.
Sectionals 571.
Yeah.
557.
Thank you.
Start on 1.
So result trial 7's first trap 5, Dino Jazz. Second trap 2, Dino Bluebell. And the winning time there was 26.93, and the distance a length and a quarter. So next trial was trial 9. Trap 2 is Easy Rosie, lot 17. Fair few marks on a card. A June 23 whelp. He's a son of Ballyhimmick Jet out of Beaming Rosie. He's got a win in Derry on the card in a 16.65 on the 7th of April, just 10 days ago. Easy Liz in trap 5. No marks on her card. She's by Orchestrate. Had a Russmore Liz and a Feb 24 Mia Babe. Easy Liz, lot 18. In our next, which will be trial 8 here. So trial 8 then, difference in experience here between Easy Rosie Trap 2, who's won last time out, and Easy Liz having her first public trial here. And she's a daughter of the Australian side Orchestrate. Feb 24, a real youngster. Here we go then, hair approaches. And away we go. And the first to show is Easy Rosie, up into the turn. Shows a fair deal of early dash there. In behind there, Easy Liz, just running the bin quite nicely, to be fair to her. And down the far side, it's about a 5-length advantage now for Easy Rosie with that experience, going great guns round the last 2 curves. And Easy Liz is trying to hang on, but she's shown signs of greenness a little bit in behind. And it's around about a 6 or 7 length margin of victory in the end for Easy Rosie, who took trial 8 by the scruff of the neck early doors, and lot 17 wins in style. Result of trial 8 there, Easy Rosie wins in 26.06, so the fastest of the day so far, and wins quite convincingly by 6 3/4 lengths from the very inexperienced Easy Liz, who was back in second. The next trial is trial 9 now. Lot 19 is Ballina Druckley, who's a daughter of Explosive Boy. She's got marks on a card in sort of AE6 company at Thurles and Limerick. And Brackall Casey, lot 20, who is a daughter of Blaustuff Jet out of Noggo's Pet, September 22, a little bit older then, and has got experience at Clonmel in the sprints there over 300 yards. So a couple of more experienced greyhounds on offer here in trial 9. The dogs at the traps then for trial 9. Banners Ruckley is in trap 2 here. Fair bit of experience on the card with races at Thirders and Limerick recently. And Brackhole Case is in trap 5. All locked and loaded then. Trial 9 with lot 19 and lot 20 here. Hare runs. They're behind traps. And away we go. Fairly level line here going into the turn, but the better early dash is Brackhole Casey, who goes to the front here and quickly races very, very wide and has allowed 2 to slip up on the inside there. Bernard Ruckley now going on, and Brackhole Casey is back for more, slips up on the inside and now goes on, but again just feels a way round the bends here at Star Pelaw. Brackhole Casey is now being repressed by Bernard Ruckley up towards the line. Brackhole Casey goes on, left plenty on the track there. Brackhole Casey, lot 20, and we'll learn a lot for the first experience here at Star Pelaw today.
5 beat 2.
Yeah.
27.23.
Yeah.
27.34. Sectionals 5.73 and 5.56.
5, 2, 1 and a quarter, 27.23.
No, mate?
She didn't run the first bend there
No, I
at all.
couldn't really say. The guy at picture.
Result for trial number 9. 5 beat 2. The distance 1 and a quarter lengths. The winning time 27.23. 2.723. The next trial is a 2-dog trial. Salty Scale at track 2 and track 5 Mayflower Sienna. The track will be regraded after this trial.
So result trial 9 was first track 5 Brackhole Casey,
Brackhole Casey moved
won in 27.23, then beat trap 2 Bernard Ruckley
led to
by
2,
1 1/4 lengths.
the 2 led 2 to 3.
Next trial is trial 11. There's a change to this trial, as we mentioned earlier on. Beg your pardon, it's now trial 10. So this is trial 10 on the rejigged list. Lot 14 is Salty's Kayla now runs from trap 2 in this next trial, trial 10.
Cheers for letting us know.
Salty's Kayla was moved. She was lot 14. Salty's Kayla is a September 23 puppy. She's by Tully Graven out of
Cameraman,
Spring Hill Dymo.
cameraman, cameraman,
Camera.
camera,
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Hare runs now for trial 10. Mayflower Sienna's in box 5 here. And away we go. So a fairly level break there. Salty's Kayla up on the inside, now going on, showing the better early dash into the turn. Has around about a 2-length lead from Mayflower Sienna, who just ran off a true line. Well, she didn't really take the second bend that well, Salty's Kayla, and now going on and rushing into the third turn. Mayflower Sienna assumes control here and dashes around about 6 or 7 lengths clear. And as they go up towards the line now, Mayflower Sienna is going to come home alone and win nicely from Salty's Kayla, who just didn't handle the second turn there in trial 10. So the result of trial 10 was first track 5 Mayflower Sienna, won in 26.18, and second was lot 14 Salty's Kayla, who got beaten 10 lengths. And there will now be a short break while the track is regraded, and we will resume with trial 11,
The distance 10 lengths.
which will be
Winning time
track
26.
2 in the bunker, lot 25, and track 5 Speedy Pepper, lot 26 for our next trial, trial 11. So while the tractor is going around the track here and regrading for our next trial, we've reached the halfway stage. We've got 20 trials here today. Just highlight a couple of decent efforts. Fastest of the day so far was trial 8 Easy Rosie. She clocked a 26.06 and was quite impressive on the eye, to be fair to her as well, a 5.46 sectional. She had wins on a card as well at Derry, so that was a decent enough performance. Salty's Kayla, who we just saw there, showed nice pace as well, along with Mayflower Sienna, who really showed good 2 to 3 down the back straight pace. Mayflower Sienna is a little bit older, but has been running in top heat at Enniscorthy and Waterford, so that sort of 26.18 gives you a very good guide on the decent times of the day. One to mention as well, Ballyhimmock Ivy and also her sister Ballyhimmock Eve, they were in trial 5. Ballyhimmock Ivy she's by Good Cody out of Ballyhimmock Hun, April 23, but the brother won an unraced stake with Graham Holland just the other day, and Billy Dunn, who has bred this litter, thinks highly of Ivy and Eve, and they trialled really well. There's only a length and a half separate them as well in a pretty decent 26.20 for greyhounds that are so inexperienced. That was a good effort, but maybe catching the eye, we have to say that Droopy's Playgirl, who's only Jan 24, she's lot 7 on the card. She completely missed the kick. She got almost stuck in the boxes. Droopy's Brianna had gone clear, but she got the margin down to 2.5 lengths after being fully maybe 8 lengths behind in the early stages, and she went clear to the drop as well, so she could be a good stayer in the making. And of course she's beautifully bred by Droopy's Sydney and only Jan 24. So there's a lot to take out of the first half of the trials, and we will resume shortly with the second half of the Greyhound Trader sales here at Star Pelaw. So we're ready to resume then for a second half of the trials here at Star Pelaw. We've now got trial 11. Trap 2 is in the bunker, which is lot 25 on the list. And in the orange jacket of fire, Speedy Pepper is lot 26. She's a Ballymac Bolger out of On the Green. An August 23 puppy with a couple of marks at the card. One at Kilkenny with a win, and one at Limerick.
Place the grounds into the traps for her.
So both of these have had qualifying trials, both unraced. Last one's gone in the bunker in 2, Speedy Pepper in 5, just about to be checked over. Starter waves his programme, and the hare is now set in motion for trial 11. Stand by, and away we go. Just stumbling slightly at the start there was in the bunker, but gathers momentum and tries to go with Speedy Pepper into the turn. Speedy Pepper though chops across in the bunker, makes that one just checking behind, and now he's had to gather momentum as Speedy Pepper has gone clear into the third turn, some 3 or 4 lengths to the good, over in the bunker, who's trying to gather himself after getting chopped off at the first bend and up towards the line. Speedy Pepper will make virtually halt here and win by a good 4 to 5 lengths. So the result of trial 11 there was first track 5 Speedy Pepper wins in 26.48 and beat in the bunker by 4.5 lengths, but that was forced to check at the first bend, so you could mark that down as a slightly better run from in the bunker. Our next trial will be trial 12. We have track 3 Cow Storm, which is lot 27. A few marks on the card. This greyhound will be 2 years of age next month, May 23, son of Cooler Valley Hoffer, with a couple of wins at Lifford in S4 sprints there. Real stiff sprint at Lifford. And Cow's Tune is lot 28, again with good marks on the card at Lifford and Derry. So litter mates on show here, Cow's Storm and Cow's Tune. Here comes the hat. And away we go. Up on the outside, a better break from Cow's Tune. Early dash from the 3 up on the inside. Oh, again, just got forced to check their Cow's Storm as they reach the turn. Cow's Tune gets first jump on his litter brother, or her litter brother, down the far side, and she's gone well clear. Cow's Tune then with those marks on the card at Derry and at Lifford, but has careered away with this trial in the end. And this was an improved performance, it has to be said, and took to Star Pelaw very nicely indeed. So result of trial 12 was first track 5 Cow's Tune, quite impressive there in 26.19, so a nice turn of pace there. A little bit unlucky maybe going into the turn was Cow's Storm behind, but was 12.25 lengths behind in the end. We move on to our next trial, which is trial 13. Ada Sanya is lot 29, got an A6 victory on the card in Cork back on the 28th of March. Fair few runs at Kilkenny unsuccessful, but a decent win, and was up to actually 3 grades for that emphatic victory. Adesanya, but arrives here as lot 29 in today's sale. And track 5 is Tremora Puma, lot 30. Marks on the card, qualifying trials only at Limerick and Galway. This daughter of Ballymac Cash out of Tremora Rocket, September 23 puppy. So nice trial in our next trial, trial 13. A wave of the programme. Hare runs. Stand by for a start in trial 13. And away we go, and the first to break is Adesanya now. Goes 2 lengths clear already into the first turn, coming across him behind and running a much better bend there, Tremora Puma, and kicks on into a length and a half lead at the halfway stage from Adesanya, who's now come back for more into the third turn. Takes that bend much better than round the first and second bends, and Adesanya, who left plenty on the track at the first turn, has gone on and careered away with his trial in the end and wins by an impressive 3.5 lengths. Adesanya there really eye-catching there. Obviously, when given room, as she was, this daughter of Explosive Boy won nicely at Cork, quite emphatically. Give her a chance to operate, and she can show good pace.
26.90.
I did.
5.60.
Results of trial 13 was first trap 2 Adesanya, wins it 26.62, 26.62, and beat Tremora Puma by 3.5 lengths. The next trial is trial 14. Trap 2 is TEDx Fire, lot 31. Just one mark on her card. She's Ballet McAnton out of She's Ordinary, August 23 Whelp, and was second at Waterford, calculated 29.72 time there when qualifying TEDx Fire. Lot 32 will be running from trap 5. It's Ashford Sean. This is son of Pestana out of Love Honey, an April 23 Whelp, and was second in a race in A4 contest at Enniscorthy just last month on the 31st of March. Plenty of marks on his card. Bit inconsistent at boxes possibly, but maybe suited here at Star Pelaw. Only time will tell, because they're now at the traps for our next trial 14, where trap 2 is TEDx Fire and trap 5 is Ashwood Sean. All facing the right way, and the hare is now set in motion for trial 14. Lots 31 and 32 on offer here. Here behind traps, and we are away and racing. Both of them kind of went up with the lids a little bit there. Didn't time the start at all, but early pace from the real long action of Ashwood Sean. Got his head up in the air. Now he starts to motor though, and puts his head down now going into the third turn, and puts up a big margin here of around about 8 lengths around the last two bends. TEDx Fire just can't go the go. Inexperience showing there, but Ashwood Sean, with those marks on his card, has gone on to do it emphatically in the end by a good 10 lengths. Ashwood Sean wins trial 14 in style. So the result of trial 14 was first trap 5 Ashwood Sean, wins in 26.78, 26.78, and he beat TEDx Fire by 8.5 lengths. So trial 15 is next. In trap 2 we have Barnfield Duke. This is lot 33 on your sales card, and Barnfield Duke was a winner at Cork in mixed grade there, S3 S5, won by 8.5 lengths, sent off even money on that occasion, clocked 17.80, and has got a 5.25 yard win at Youghal back in February as well, when again quick away and all the way victory in A4 grade. So a bit of experience from Barnfield Duke, July 23, so he's still a pup. And track 5 is Sporting Sapphire, lot 34, the daughter of Malachi, as Sporting Riviera, Feb 23, and again she's got plenty of marks on a card, but without actually racing, so obviously used for schooling. Sporting Sapphire, be interesting to see what she does in our next trial 15, because they are now behind the boxes. Air runs then for trial 15. Barnfield Duke with that experience in 2. And Sporting Sapphire is in 5. Traps open. Sapphire breaks the better, but it's now early pace from Barnfield Duke, who goes into the turn, doing a middle to rail course, just moving off a little bit there, but he straightens up Barnfield Duke, and he's now extending into a 3-length lead from Sporting Sapphire, who's trying to stay with him round the last 2 curves. But Barnfield Duke, with those couple of decent wins, again, he's just showing signs of inexperience here at Star Pelaw. Wants to move off the track somewhat, but he goes on to win by 2.5 to 3 lengths in the end, and Barnfield Duke wins trial 15, lot 33.
The gypsy in you coming out.
Results trial 15 was first track 2, Barnfield Duke, who won the trial in 26.44, 26.44, and beat Sporting Sapphire by 2 3/4 lengths. And there'll be a tractor break while the track is regraded. We'll come back with trial 16, which is trap 2, Easy Cash Out, lot 35, and trap 5, Easy Oz, lot 36. Both of these are unraced, both Feb 24, but different breeding. Cash Out is Ballymac Cash Out, Jamura Liberty, Feb 24. And again, we've got the Orchestrate breeding, the Australian side out of Russmoor Liz, Feb 24 also. So something to look forward to as we come back for trial 16, 2 youngsters. So trial 16 is now ready. They're behind the boxes and loading up for this next trial. Lot 35 is Easy Cash Out in the blue jacket of 2. And Easy Oz is in trap 5, lot 36. Both of these are unraced. They're both Feb 24, slightly different breed in mind. So it'll be an interesting trial. This one's a hare, runs for trial 16. And away we go. First to show is the blue Easy Cash Out, who will rush into the turn with a big lead already and has run the bend really nicely as well, coming out the second bend now with a 4-length lead. Easy Cash Out from Easy Oz, extending away now some 5 or 6 lengths clear now. Easy Cash Out showing nice pace here, this youngster, a son of Ballymac Cash Out of Jamara Liberty, Feb 24 youngster, and has gone on to win nicely in the end. To be fair to her, she stuck at it in behind Easy Oz and kept going, this daughter of Orchestrate. And now you can see as well, she's kept going all the way around to the pickup. So a very nice trial for trial 16. So the result of trial 16 was first trap 2 Easy Cash Out, who was easy on the eye as well, winning in 26.43, and beat Easy Oz by 4.5 lengths. That one was noted, staying on nicely round to the pickup for a youngster Australian bred to boot. Next trial is trial 17. Trap 2 is Return Package, lot 37. A few marks on his card. He's Ballyhimmock and Jet out of Tell on Jess. He's September 23, so still a puppy. But he won the first round of an 0-2 stake in Clonmel. Was well beaten in the final, mind. And then since then he's been in A4 grade at Clonmel without too much success after breaking nicely on both occasions. Track 5 is Confident Ruben, slot 38. Again, 3 marks on his card. His Skywalker Barry out of Chloe Abigail, a June 23 youngster, and a runner-up on February the 14th, albeit beaten 10.5 lengths, but showing early dash on that occasion, sent off 5-4. Looks like he has some kind of ability, and he has been backed on a couple of occasions in Clonmel. That's it then, the hare runs for trial 17. And away we go. And the first to show on the outside is Confident Ruben, who has a narrow call, but up on the inside now. Confident Ruben was very, very wide at the first bend, and Return Package took the line much, much better, and the advantage now sees a 4-length lead into the third turn. Showing good pace this Return Package, and has kicked on now, 5 lengths clear coming off the last bend. Return Package from Confident Ruben, and he's striding on purposefully up towards the line. Yeah, very, very nice performance there from Return Package to beat Confident Ruben in emphatic style. The result of trial 17 was first trap to Return Package, who won in 26.05. That's the fastest of the day, just by 1 spot so far. And he beat Confident Ruben by 9 lengths in the end, and was Mighty impressive. Trial 18 is next then. Trap 2 is Beaming Diamond, lot 39 in your programmes. And we have in 5 now, Wonderful Dolce, lot 47, was moved from trial 24 into this trial 18 now. Wonderful Dolce is Droopy Sydney Dolce Vita, nicely bred, July 22, and a few marks on the card in A3 company recently. And away we go then. And it's Beaming Diamond that breaks nicely, but outpaced into turn by Wonderful Dolce, who goes, oh, they just tangled there at the first bend as Wonderful Dolce tried to cut across on the bend, and Beaming Diamond has rode the bump well and kicked on and gone around about 6 lengths clear now into the third turn. Beaming Diamond then, after that first bend coming together, has gone clear from Wonderful Dolce, who just got the worst of that bump there at the first turn, and goes on to win nicely, Beaming Diamond, in the end by some 7 or 8 lengths. So result trial 18's first trap 2, Beaming Diamond, wins in 27.17, 27.17, and beat Wonderful Dolce, lot 47, by 8.5 lengths. So we move on to the next trial. This will be trial 19 now. We've just got 2 trials to come now. Trial 19 and trial 20. So we have Skid Row Luna, who's lot 41 in Annex, just 1 mark on her card. She was actually second to Neil's Knock. And Neil's Knock was quite impressive, winning in his trial earlier on. So that's an interesting line of form there. It was second at Waterford, Skid Row Luna to Neil's Knock. And in track 5 we've got Reluctant Deb, who's lot 42, no marks on her card. She's by Ballymac Bolger out of Droopy's Missy. She's September 23 puppy with, as I say, no marks on her card. So lots 41 and 42 go in trial 19 in our next. Right, just to let you know a bit of information, there has been a bit of a delay because that last trial, trial 19, was in fact the one that should have been trial 19. So the previous result there was Skid Row Luna winning the trial in 27-17. They had a bit of a coming together, didn't they, with Reluctant Deb. So Skid Row Luna won trial 19 as it was in 27-17, and she beat Reluctant Deb by 8.5 lengths. So apologies for that, but there was a bit of a mix-up as the dogs came out and communication error there. So this trial is now the one that should be trial 19. It's Beaming Diamond in 2 and Grace and Wonderful Dolce. Here approaches, and away we go. And Wonderful Dolce has banged out the boxes and is already clear into the first turn. So Wonderful Dolce going on down the far side, a couple of lengths clear from Beaming Diamond, who's now trying to close into the third bend. Wonderful Dolce, though, still with his 2-length lead from Beaming Diamond round the last 2 curves. Wonderful Dolce steering a wide course. Beaming Diamond up on the inside, trying to close. Ooh, maybe just got there, right on the jamstick as well. Finished with a flourish there, Beaming Diamond. So get up close home and now kicks on right the way around to the pickup and goes clear.
2 beat 5, 26.65. Yeah, it's the rest of me.
Right. So this one is the Beam and Dolce one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, go on.
26.65 and 26.66.
For the two. So 25.
26.65
Yeah.
and 26.66.
Thank you.
No worries. 5.87
Yeah.
and 5.68.
Thank you.
Just again,
Right,
just
we've got
confirm
2
that
5
just
for
for
short
people,
head,
just-
26.65.
Result for trial 18.
So just to let you know that trial that just went there was the actual trial 18 that we had planned, which is Beaming Diamond winning there in 26.65, getting up right on the post to beat Wonderful Dolce by a short head who had led in that trial. And then just to confirm that the trial 19 just went a trial early. Skid Row Luna had a bit of a coming together with Reluctant Deb at the first turn. Skid Row Luna went on to win the trial in a 27-17 and beat Reluctant Deb by 8.5 lengths. So sorry for the confusion there. There's a bit of a mix-up in the paddock, and at least they have got the communication through to the stewards box here, and we've got the correct results for you. So the final trial of the day now is trial 20. We have trap 3, Droopy's Anthea, and she is a lot 43. She's a daughter of King Sheeran out of Cielo, Jan 24 puppy. And in trap 6 we have Droopy's Pretty, who is Droopy's Sydney, Droopy's Dancer, again Jan 24. So 2 young greyhounds here from the Droopy's kennel. And that will be the 20th and final trial of the day. So here you go for the 20th final time here at Star Pelaw. Their approaches and away and racing. The first to show is Droopy's Pretty up on the outside. Droopy's Anthea now joining this one into the turn. Droopy's Anthea is now going on. Showed the better early dash there, Droopy's Anthea, and has now 2.5 length lead at the halfway stage from Droopy's Pretty into the third turn. And Droopy's Anthea now maintaining the gallop and just extending the advantage maybe to 3 or 4 lengths, and she's going great guns in the closing stages. Droopy's Anthea, an impressive trial winner there and does it very, very nicely indeed. She's a daughter of King Sheeran out of Cielo. And again, she's going right the way around to the drop as well. Mind you, Droopy's Pretty has kept on, to be fair to her. And that was the 20th and final trial of the day. So the result of trial 20 was first track 3, Droopy Xanthia, wins in 26.32 and won by 5 lengths, beating Droopy's Pretty in that trial. Just to let you know that the auction will take place at 12 noon. So we will be issuing a result sheet on the social media platform. The fastest of the day was Return Package in trial 17, that's lot 37. He's a Ballyhimmican Jet Dog, September 23 pup. Been running A4s in Clonmel, but put up a real nice eye-catching performance, winning in 26.05. Easy Rosie, she won trial 8 in a 26.06. Salty's Kayla, that was quite impressive in 26.18 in trial 10. And again, a trial I quite liked was Ballyhimmican Ivy and Ballyhimmican E from a decent litter from Billy Dunn's breeding. 26.20 was the winner, Ivy, who beat sister Eve by a length and a half. So plenty of eye catchers here today. Hopefully you'll see something that you like, and the auction will begin at 12 noon.